We never, ever have asked a company to, quote, do the right thing, because a company legally can't. They can only...
About Engine No.1 versus ExxonMobil's case, because you also handed the shareholder resolution proposal to Exxon, and it got a 49% vote. And about climate change, we in Japan we are also talking about this case because it's a tremendous. The board had to get people out and get new people in. Could you tell me a little bit about the behind the scenes of this?
So a few things. So let's take Exxon. Let's talk about Exxon. So why did Exxon happen this year? So we started filing at Exxon in 2010. We filed 21 resolutions over the last decade. 118 total resolutions were filed at Exxon. We filed the first stranded asset resolution in 2013, and we got a report from them in 2014 that was deemed defective. It led to litigation. We handed off the resolution to New York State and Church of England. They filed it in 2017, got a 62% vote. But still, the company did nothing. So there's a decade of shareholders trying to help the company. Meanwhile, the company's losing value every year. They're making bad decision after bad decision, and shareholders are trying very patiently. But after a decade of losses and a majority vote that the company did not respond to, we started to organize a no confidence campaign in 2018, and then realizing that we need to run a slate. Engine One was running a slate. We were running a slate also. Our slate was put on through back channel, not through a vote. So 3 people were added to the Exxon board through our efforts. And that was in January, before the slate was announced. So Ubben, Angelikas, and Zuflecki were added. One of Engine One's knocked off Zuflecki. So 5 new directors are on the board. But you see, that's the nature of it. The company negotiated with the proponent we were backing and added people to the board. Engine One ran the slate, and all the pension funds and BlackRock, they said, you know what, the company's been just, it has no capital discipline. I mean, so replace the board, and that's what's happened. And we're going to continue to do that. The board reports to the shareholders. When the shareholders stand united, then we say to the board, you're not incentivizing your executives to do the right thing, to reduce risk. All we're asking for is risk reduction. This is all about materiality. So a shareholder's legal standing is only about material things. In other words, things that affect our decision whether or not we're going to buy or sell the stock. That's it. That's the realm that we have to operate in. So if we're talking to a company about racial justice, it's because the fact that they are doing poorly on racial justice is going to affect their bottom line, the culture, so attracting and retaining the best and the brightest, their supply chain, and basically material issues. So that's how everything is framed. It's one note, it's risk. And that's all we talk about. We never, ever have asked a company to, quote, do the right thing, because a company legally can't. They can only optimize their, they can reduce their risk, and they can optimize their market share. So we're in agreement. That's what we want them to do. But the risk we want them to reduce is, we want them to have diverse employees and a diverse board. We want them to have racial justice. We want them to have a culture that cares about their employees. All these things are good for business. So it's very basic.